Hi Gemini, welcome to your May collective reading. My name is Kimberly from The Path Illuminated, and I will be doing a general reading for the Gemini collective. So it is general, so that means it may resonate, it may not. If it doesn't resonate, don't try to force it. I am a tarot reader, an alignment guide, a coach. I do not view myself as a psychic or a fortune teller, but I am an energy reading. So whatever messages come through will be hopefully beneficial for whatever you're dealing with in May. Hopefully it can provide some feedback, some insights, some support, some inspiration for you during this month of May. And just always realize that not only do you have free will, but you are the only person that knows what's going on in your life. So always trust yourself, your own judgment and intuition above anyone or anything else. Thank you, angels, spirits, and guides. Please give me the messages that the Gemini collective need for the month of May. Please let my reading be clear and accurate and supportive of the Gemini collective during the month of May. Thank you so much for being here. I have just started this channel, so I'd appreciate if you enjoy the reading to like and subscribe. There will be more in the near future. I'm currently recording this on the 17th of April. We are in for a doozy of a week in the sense that we've got a solar eclipse and new moon in Aries happening on the 19th/20th, depending on where you are in the world. And then the very next day, Mercury goes into retrograde, and we also will be going into Taurus season. So take care of yourself. Try not to be too hasty. When in doubt, take a step back, take a pause, take a break. I am not an astrologer, but I do follow astrology, and I think that's my advice for everybody during intense transits is to take a beat, try not to be super reactive, focus on self-care, get lots of rest, do the things that you know you need to do to find balance, double check those emails before you send them, back up your computers, all that good stuff. Spirits and guides. So I'm going to pull 5 cards for the initial spread, and then I'll pull some clarifiers, and then I will close off with an animal spirit card. More card spirit. Angel spirits and guides. All right. So we've got the initial spread out here. Some clarifiers. I did have the 4 of Swords pop out. I'm not going to keep it, but you might need to take a nap. All right, Gemini, you might need to take a nap. All right. Let me get some clarifiers. Can you please clarify the Empress in reverse? Yeah, so the first card out is the Empress in reverse, followed by the Queen of Wands in reverse, the Ace of Swords in reverse, the King of Pentacles, and the 10 of Swords. So during the month of May, Gemini, you may not be feeling super confident. You may be feeling as if your blessings are blocked. You might feel like you are not getting the recognition or the abundance that you deserve. You might feel like there is a block in your energy and like you are not able to move forward in the way that you want. You know, both the Empress in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse can talk to emotional instability. It can talk to insecurities and self-doubt. So whatever it is that you're going through during the month of May, Gemini, it seems like you're not really feeling yourself. And, you know, like I think in a lot of ways when you think about this intense eclipse energy and then the Mercury retrograde energy, this makes sense. The Ace of Swords in reverse to me really talks about blocked mental energy and not feeling like you're able to make sound decisions and moving forward in a direction that you've been wanting to. So maybe you've been waiting for some recognition. You've been waiting to see, you know, your 3D reality to reflect the things that you've been setting your intentions around and the things that you've been wanting to move into. But it does look like there is a block in moving forward, and that you are feeling a bit unbalanced during the month of May. So then there's the King of Pentacles, and I'm still pulling these clarifying cards, so I'm sure we'll be getting some additional insights. That's interesting. As the cards come out. And the King of Pentacles is a very grounded energy. It is all about material abundance, your pentacles, your finances, ruling your kingdom, and feeling very stable in your 3D reality. And then we end with the Ten of Swords, which in the minor arcana, the suits only go to 10. So there is going to be an end to a painful situation, a situation where you've had a lot of mental conflict, you've been stuck in your head, you've been overthinking, you've been having sleepless nights. That is going to be coming to an end. A lot of times when people see the Ten of Swords, it can be very triggering because you see this individual with all of the swords in their back. And yes, it's painful, but it's also over. Oh, lots of cards. I just need one card to clarify this Ten of Swords energy here. And then got the... Let's try one more time. One card to clarify this Ten of Swords, please, Spirit. All right. I just want to sit with this for a second. So I see the Empress in reverse and the Queen of Wands in reverse. And both of these, like I said, talk to insecurity, feeling blocked, not feeling yourself, not feeling like you are seeing in your physical reality the things that you may have been expecting. And I think that the universe is going to be asking you to use your discernment and your judgment to go deeper with yourself and to reconnect with your intuition, because even though endings, conflict may sometimes feel like they are working against you, they are actually working for you. So the Queen of Wands is clarified by the Ten of Swords. And I see this as there's been some sort of painful ending. There's been a situation that's created a lot of mental conflict for you. And because of that conflict and because of a disconnection from yourself and your own intuition and your own self-confidence, I feel like because of this ending, you don't feel like you can trust your own judgment. But the universe is calling you to reconnect. So Knight of Cups, Cups is emotional energy, It's about emotional stability, vulnerability, intuition. So I see this as the universe is saying, like, you are not trusting yourself because of this really painful ending. But if you can reconnect with the reason why you wanted to take this path in the first place, you will see that you are the King of Pentacles and that you actually have more than you think you do. We can have a tendency to focus on the things that we perceive we lack versus understanding how much we've already manifested into our lives. And ultimately, there is a new passionate beginning that's going to be starting. It could be a new job, it could be a new relationship, but I think you kind of have this understanding that this new beginning is trying to work itself out, but you've been really disconnected. You have not felt like you can trust your own judgment, and you certainly have not been trusting your intuition. But if you can balance these energies out, and if you can get back to who you really are, then you will be moving into this King of energy, this King of Pentacles energy, and really understanding how powerful you are, but already how much you have. So there's no need to fear a new beginning, even though, yes, there is a 10 of Swords clarified by the Tower. What does this say to me? This says to me that you are holding on to a situation or a person that has already ended. And the longer you hold on to this conflict, this fear, this I can't move forward until everything is perfect. I need to make sure that I have everything just right. I need to make sure that, Joe and Jane are completely comfortable with my decision. Until you realize that you are the king, you are going to continue to try to avoid the conflict and the endings. But ultimately, if you are a king, you will understand that anything that's ending, anything that's toppling is for your own greater good. The Tower can be a scary card, right? Obviously, like you see the lightning and the people falling from the tower. But the Tower is just a big unexpected change that ultimately needs to clear a path for this new beginning. I'm gonna pull a few more clarifying cards here. Spirit, can I get a clarifier for the Empress in reverse and the Judgment? It definitely seems like you're dealing with a lot of mental conflict. You've been going through some turmoil. Have some grace for yourself. This is not like, about shaming yourself for the challenges that you've been going through. But it is about learning to stand in your own power and authority despite what others might think, despite how it might look. I'm going to take both of these. Can I please get a clarifying card for the Ace of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups? Yeah, Two of Pentacles. There's a lot of twos. The Two of Wands flipped over, but it was multiple cards, so I don't want a ton of cards. Two of Pentacles is, all the twos are about decisions. So you've been weighing your options. You've been trying to figure out what is the most practical decision that I can make. And then the Two of Swords and the Knight of Swords clarify the Queen of Wands in reverse and the Ten of Swords. So you felt blinded. You have felt like you weren't sure what decision to make. And perhaps you kind of were forced into a situation where somebody forced you to take action. and it was a very painful situation for you. Maybe it was a situation that you didn't want to end, and because of that, you were questioning yourself about whether or not you were doing the right thing, and ultimately it ended anyway. And then can I get a card for the Ten of Swords and the Tower, please? Yeah, you definitely, Gemini, have been dealing with a lot of overthinking, sleepless nights, wanting to make the right choice. And then sometimes I think, like, when you're trying to avoid the conflict, you get pushed, and then it can be even more painful than it has to be. The Ace of Swords in reverse and the Knight of Cups, clarified by the Hierophant. To me, this is about reconnecting with your intuition, trusting yourself, knowing that, you know, if you can stay connected to your intuition and balance that with your mental energy, you're going to be putting yourself into a powerful place where you start to trust yourself again. You start to trust your own inner guidance. King of Pentacles and Page of Wands, clarified by the Knight of Wands. This is telling me that there is something that you're supposed to be moving towards, an action that you're needing to take in the month of May. But first, it's going to take you acknowledging the fact that you've been trying to keep everybody happy, and acknowledge that in the past, even when you have tried to keep everybody happy, it still ended painfully. So it is much wiser to trust your own inner guidance, your intuition on what you need to do, to trust that you are the master of your domain, that you have everything you need to start a new beginning. And now, once you can get to that place of reconnecting with your intuition, your spirit guides, your intuition, you will have the energy to finally move forward. And yes, the reading ends with the Ten of Swords and the Tower, but it's clarified by the Six of Wands, which is all about victory. So realize that in the past, avoiding conflict, wanting to make a perfect decision that keeps everybody happy has only made you feel insecure. It's caused you to question yourself, and ultimately it's led to painful endings anyway. Understand that whatever happens, how other people react, is not your responsibility. And when something is meant to end, sure, can you hold on to it for an extended period of time? Yes, but it's sometimes going to cause more pain. So I think that ultimately, once you get to this place of reconnecting with your intuition, your spirit guides, and healing from the past wounds and realizing this happened for my own good. What can I learn from it so that I can use this energy to charge forward and trust my inspired action, and realize that at the end of the day, even though there might be a painful ending that is unexpected, it's ultimately going to lead you to the success that you are seeking. But you need to trust yourself. You need to trust your guidance. You need to trust where you're going and where the universe is leading you, Gemini. So I hope that made sense. Sometimes, you know, I'm just kind of like, I'm there and I'm following my own intuition and guidance, and only you know if that resonates. So now I'm gonna pull a card from the animal spirit. All right, we're gonna take the lion. The lion. I'm gonna read from the little booklet, so just bear with me while I look up that card. This, of course, is fire energy. Sometimes it's hard to grab these cards. All right. Lion, patient, regal, a complete master. The lion is a master of the fire element and the living mascot of self-transformation. A lion personality dedicates their life to personal and spiritual growth. This dedication inspires some and intimidates others. Therefore, the lion is respected by all but known intimately by few. Some mistake the lion as hard to access or aloof. Yet those with a keener eye know better. Lions are observant, stealth, and precise in their words and actions. This card reminds us that self-mastery is available to all, no matter where our quest begins. When in balance, the epitome of peace and strength. When out of balance, withdrawn and too serious. To bring into balance daily meditation and friendship. Yeah, so again, it seems to me like you've struggled in the past with indecision because you question yourself, you question your own intuition. But when you question yourself, ultimately that leads to indecision and it leads to painful outcomes. Whereas if you can start to tap into that inner lion energy, remember who the hell you are, and also do the things that you know you need to do. If you know that you can pop off and be triggered and make rash decisions, take a step back. Again, we're moving into Mercury retrograde season, so there's absolutely no problem with taking a step back to observe and understand what have I learned from these past painful experiences so that I can use them in the future and use them for my own benefit versus feeling like, oh, like, you know, this happened and this person wasn't happy with me and no matter what I did, it was still painful. Look, things end, relationships end, jobs end. It is only in avoiding those endings that we create for ourselves a lot more heartache and pain. But if you can understand that all of these things are working for you to teach you something, it's going to make the necessary endings in the future much more beneficial for you so that you can be in alignment and have success in the things that you're trying to manifest for yourself, Gemini. So I hope that was helpful for you. Thanks so much, and I will see you next time.